Yo, welcome to Team Radd Titan, and today we're going to be going over my room tour. The date is November 2020, so it's been about 6-7 months maybe since I've done a room tour. There's been a lot of changes. Some pieces have stayed, some pieces have gone, so why don't you stay tuned and see what made the cut. Peace. Okay, so when we start, we walk into my room. This is pretty much the view that I see most days when I'm having a conversation on the chats. We start off with the first cube. This is the Thanos on Throne from Sideshow Collectibles. This is the fan art King Thanos head from Alvaro Stuardo. It's limited to only about 15 of these ever made in the world. And I've got him paired up with the Comiket from Sideshow. This is a regular version. I picked it up from a good friend of mine called Tony Main. Probably know him from the groups. Managed to pick up the pedestal and the cube from, I think it's Augustin Lowe project. Really nice, solid, heavy piece. Love that in the background there. Got a couple of coins. I like to display stuff with coins. My boy Two-Face hits me up with some good shit. And got a few of the cons that I've attended, over the years. A couple of them scattered around the place as well, some of the passes. So, this is, that cube. So I've got a little bit of that sort of, what would you call it? The Thanos run. The head is from Donny Cates's run, Thanos Wins, which was really popular, that head. So that's how I'm sort of displaying it there. I'm digging the pairing. I think sizes and scales work really well. So, I've got some bits and pieces on the top. I've got pictures of my boy and, obviously got to share him with a bit of Thanos and Apocalypse love. Got that nice, that bus was sent to me from Carlos. So got that running up there, Got the old movie situation happening, and then my steelbook collections are usually running down either side. Got some things there, some gifts that I got sent as well, some like nice Thanos glove cup, which I can't bear to use, so I have to keep it like that. And I got a couple of the Bowen busts, a bit of that Dan Aykroyd vodka flex going on. I got the Dragon Man from Bowen Designs. It's the mini busts. Nice decorative functional sword there, katana. Got to love that shit. So if you fancy breaking in, give it a shot. And then we've got the Watcher and the Apocalypse. The Kucherek brothers did a fantastic job there. And carrying on with the steelbook setup there. Got Sideshow's funky, grotty apple thing. Yeah, so I'm rolling out. Steelbook collection's coming on good, actually. Got a few books and stuff, a few novels and things I'm reading. I still blame Stephen, Gem Mint, for that fucking Infinity War omnibus that's still sealed, not opened yet. That's your fault. Hype me into that shit. Got a couple of prints and things that I got there, and then we'll move on to this. So let's open this up so that you can see what's going on over here. Okay, so in here we have the Lobo premium format from Sideshow Collectibles, the exclusive, and that's the with the dog as well. So I'll step back a little bit so you can see. Yeah, it's one of my favourite pieces actually as a premium format. It may be the best, that they've made. It was printed by Ownage, painted incredibly well, costs a shitload of money to make, so they don't use that factor anymore. So it's one of them old school great pieces. And then going up, you've got the Joker premium format. Can't have any sort of DC collection without a Joker in there. And this one's got the custom head. I think that's Troy McDevitt maybe. It's the Mad X sort of, it's from a comic run that I actually quite dig. And I love that slick back look. I think it looks great. So I'm gonna have a little look over there. Love that Lobo, man. Okay, and then you sort of get up to the top. Got the old breaking of the bat situation. Martin Canal sculpt, fantastic Bane. Premium format from Sideshow as well. The Green with Envy, which I only bought really as a companion piece because I felt that, that colour, that would really bring the Bane out of its shell a little bit more, because it's quite dark, that Bane. But amazing pieces, both of them look fantastic together. You're going down, so we get into sort of my X-Men sort of setup, and then we have this is Tiago Pravin's Wolverine brown suit. This was repainted by Ian Wilkinson. Did a fantastic job. Great project. It's a lovely guy to work with. He's done numerous repaints for me, as you'll see as we move through this. But I really, really dig this, so big fan. So yeah, got that there. Give me a little bit of a close if you fancy it. So I'm using the unmasked head sculpt. For some reason I just love that sort of look. Wolverine looks a little bit more feral. And big bushy, you know, where his hair sort of moves into his mutton chops. Really nice piece, heavy, solid piece. Then you've got the Gambit Premium Format, the OG. Love this piece. Other than a bit of a dated head sculpt today, you know, it's still the king of Gambit pieces for me. Really, really like that. Love the coat. Mixed media is fantastic. The only sad thing is I can't display it with a pole because it's just too wide in that display, but looks amazing. Really love that. I've got this lovely little space here, which, as you can see, XM Cyclops is on the way. So, you know, when that's there, as soon as Alex gets his lazy ass to Singapore, I should have that back. Okay, so then moving on. This is my Maximum Carnage setup, which, you know, have there. I'm quite surprised you can get all them pieces into that cube because they're all quite big pieces, but you can see you have the Sideshow Collectibles original Spider-Man Comiquette, which is my favourite Spider-Man piece ever, and then the Comiquette Carnage. Both of those are kind of slightly overscaled, but due to the fact that they're with this, paired with this Venom from XM Studios, which is massive, it's a massive Venom. You know, everything really pairs off really nice, it works really well. Got some nice limited edition coins there, you know, that are, you know, almost CGC like. They're all sealed and dated and they've got their gradings and stuff on them. So I got that one. Yeah, and then I have the Venom, you know, all courtesy of my boy Two-Face. So loving that. And then here you are. So then you have, so let's sit down and get comfortable. So then you have the, you know, Thanos. This is quite a long one. So this was the original XM Studios version. I have had it repainted everywhere, top to bottom, custom gauntlet and custom base, also with a fan art Mistress Death. So the piece has basically been completely revamped to exactly how I want it. You know, again, Ian Wilkinson did an amazing job with that repaint. I repainted all the heads and had a one-of-a-kind King Thanos head made as well. But this grin, I just love this portrait. So, you know, I have 3 Thanoses in my collection at the moment. And with those 3, I have, you know, all the artists that I like. So this one's a little bit more from the Infinity run, you know, the Jimmy Chung sort of look, you know, Jeff Shaw kind of art as well. There's a lot of, you know, references into this particular look. It's a little bit more sort of Stalin-esque, and I just really dig it. You know, got the first appearance over there of Thanos. It's probably the most expensive comic I've ever bought. Thanks for CGC for making it a fucking headache that I could not believe. Also have the exclusive Doom on Throne from Sideshow Collectibles. Took me about 7 years to acquire that piece at a price I was happy to pay. You know, I managed to pick it up for well under £2,000, which for me was a great find. Yeah, and then I got a couple of comics either side. So I got the Lotto Amazing Spider-Man Villains run, and then the, you know, the Infinity comics. I think someone's making a custom of that statue now of him holding up the Hulk like that. You can see some details there of the base where you can see, you know, you got the Iron Man mask, the Thor's hammer, you know, Mjolnir. You've got Drax's sword there. You've got, you know, his mask and the Captain America's shield all scratched up and busted. Really nice. That's like a space dust kind of base, but really, really nice job. Then I got this nice coin from the Infinity War. You've got to be loving that film. You're a Thanos fan. For me, you have to have a bit of a sexually every time that film's on. Loving that shit. And there's the Doom, which still the best Doom statue made up to this day. Just mixed media's high quality, you know, very well painted, very well executed, heavy. It's a real decent piece, so big fan of that. And then when you come down below, I have the, let's see if I can get you a good angle of that. So there we have the XM Studios Cable and the XM Studios Magneto on Throne. They've got the Mad X custom, you know, Age of Apocalypse head there. And then the, I think it was Zing Designs that did the teddy bear and the cape for Cable, which actually really does add a lot to this piece, having a bit of mixed media there. You know, I love it. Got the coins as well. You know, I think Zing Designs, well, I can't remember who did the coins actually. I'm trying to remember the coins. But, you know, that one, the Magneto one comes with the statue. There's only 800 of those Magnetos in the world, so it's quite a rare piece. And I've got the Wolverine sword there. You can see the Muramasa blade. And I've got also, I think, yeah, there it is. And there's Gambit's pole there. So I've got a few more relics for the throne for Magneto there, which I just added. But yeah, big fan of it. Big fan of this piece. You know, really digging that. So I think they pair very well together. I need to do something about this brightness because it's gone really high. But yeah, so really nice. Delighted with those. I think they're a fantastic pairing. Then you get up here, might as well start up high while we're here. So we have my little Sabretooth corner, and these are premium format from Sideshow Collectibles. Now mine has been top to bottom repainted by Ian Wilkinson. That's probably why mine may look a little different to you. You can see here the base has been completely overhauled with like proper snow and bits and pieces. Got some stuff on his boots. Working your way up, the body's been redone. So the yellows, the pale yellows, are now made a little bit more of an orange tint. I left the browns and the gloves alone completely, but the portrait and the mane has been changed and repainted from top to bottom as well. So I've gone with a more whitish grey because I hate that yellow custard looking crap. And the portrait now is killer. Look how clean them teeth are, and the eyes. The eyes now are piercing white instead of that stupid grey. And the teeth are as clean as anything. They're just absolutely perfect. Let's see if I can get a close up there on that. There, bang. Yeah, that's it. And then you move on. I have a couple of the heads of my pieces here. You can see that I've got the I got the exclusive Sideshow one for the Sabretooth, again repainted, and the Alvaro Stuardo Old Man Logan head for the Logan premium format, which I don't know. I'm actually selling that head because I didn't get the statue in. Then you move on over here to the other Sabretooth piece, and this is Mad X's Sabretooth, again painted by Ian Wilkinson. And this is there's only 38 of these in the world. It's probably the rarest statue I have. And I really love this piece. Again, I went with the orange sort of look. You know, this is definitely more sort of, you know, my style. Hand sculpted by, I think this is Troy McDevitt. Really good job. Yeah, amazing piece. Good scale, vicious. Yeah, digging that. Very nice. And then as you start moving in, okay, let's do this. So here you have, this is my premium format Spider-Man piece from Sideshow Collectibles, repainted again by Ian Wilkinson into Negative Zone Spider-Man colours. You know, for me, I've got into the tendency now of understanding that in this hobby, you're not going to really be making, you know, loads of money, and it's not, you know, something you can, you know, you have to be more careful with your purchases these days, and you just need to buy things you like and not be afraid. You know, you got to be brave. If you want, you know, something repainted or changed or altered, you know, to make it more unique to you, you know, then you've got to be willing to do that. Don't be scared that, you know, it's going to be, you know, it's going to lose any value. If anything, it's probably going to gain value because these are a lot rarer. I mean, this now, there's a couple of people that have tried to do this one as well. But there's only a handful of this sort of colour repainted. And I think it's an amazing sculpt. So I'm real happy to own it. Negative Zone's my favourite suit. So got to be loving that. Got a nice coin over there with it. And then we go down, we have the Thor premium format exclusive. This is an OG piece. Very proud to own it. Bought it from my good friend Mike Wells. Love the statue. Absolutely love it. So yeah, it's just got that bulk and that bearded portrait still, even today. It's still killer. Piercing blue eyes, very clean. Lovely work. That's actually a real sculpted cape as well, believe it or not, with actual, so it was a real fabric cape that was sculpted over the top of it, which is amazing when you think about it. There's very few of those that exist. I think they probably only did that the once because how many breakages they had. Okay, so then you move on. Then you have, oh, forgive me, I'm trying to do this. Apparently this is a more steady way to do it. I don't know if that's true. It's harder to bloody hold. So this is the XM Studios Iron Man. This is their classic Iron Man. And this is my favourite Iron Man with relative ease. Colours, Ferrari, paint, beautiful sculpt, really nice pose, timeless, comic Iron Man, can't go wrong. Got a nice graded coin with that as well. So there you are. Yeah, one of my favourites for sure. Only Iron Man piece I think I'll ever need. I've got that old Mexican variant there, classic Iron Man cover. I just love that comic. And I like displaying the comics behind the statues in these details. It does add something, I feel. So this is Alpha 3 Studios Vision. I picked this up from my good friend Andy Fusco, and I love this piece. This is a king of Vision pieces. Really is such a great sculpt on this. Really good factory paint, super clean. It's full of textures. It's got a nice light up that runs through the hand and then goes across the cape and around his foot that you can see there. So that all lights up and around the cape on the edge there, on the edge of that sort of piece of building. So it's like phasing through it. Base is a little bit sort of simple in terms of colour and sort of textures there. They could have probably broke that up a bit better, but other than that, this is the premium Vision piece to have. Okay, I've got my old comic rack there. Stole that off Mike Wells. Like the idea. He had a different sort of type, but you know, I like to put some of the stuff I'm going to actually be getting CGC'd up here. Got a couple of Apocalypse covers, which is funny that he's on the front. What else is going on here? What else do I have? Yeah, I've got a nice Juggernaut cover. What else is here? My goodies. Got a nice Carnage. What else do we have? Ah, look at that. Got a nice Maestro there on the throne. I'd like to see a statue of that one day. Yeah. Got some Null pieces, and that's this sort of Sabretooth that I've based the art off the Death Hunt. This is the sort of suit and design I like that matches those two. I will be getting rid of the Mad X one. I only need one Sabretooth for now, but love them both. So okay, and then we go over to here. This is I managed to pick this antique display up relatively cheap. Almost robbed an old lady, sadly, for this. Okay, so only Street Fighter pieces, the only pieces in here that I actually have. My wife always says, why have you kept these? I don't go with anything, but I say, fuck you, it's my room. I really love this Prototypes. This is Prototypes, Akuma here, Shin Akuma, and I actually love this piece, love the sculpt. I think Eric Sosa absolutely killed this. Comes with like 3 different heads, one screaming, one serious like that, and then one with glowing eyes. Amazing. 2 sets of beads, torso comes off and you get like a separate torso, which you can see here. It's hard with the light, so forgive me. But yeah, that's the other torso that I have on the windowsill, as I have no space for him. And it's massive, so you can take that off and do such things. Then we have the classic pop culture shock, Sagat. I picked this off from my mate. What's his fucking name now? It's a lunatic, crazy he is. Yeah, but I picked up from him. So we reviewed this piece for the channel, and then I actually bought this piece off him. I bothered him for about 3 or 4 weeks, throwing money at the problem until I had it. This is only the regular. I prefer the short colour and stuff, and I don't like the grimacing teeth showing Sagat. I don't like it at all. So no need for the exclusive for me. This is the art reference I prefer. So yeah, lovely sculpt, really amazing piece actually. One of Pop Culture Shock's best ever statues for me. As you go up, I have the boys. So this is the comic Deadpool. This is they're both by Sideshow Collectibles, and this is probably my nod to the sort of Cable and Deadpool series. You know, this is proper Rob Liefeld Cable. and the classic sort of comic book Deadpool premium format exclusive. So I'll start there. Got a nice little coin there too. So much light. But yeah, you sort of get the idea what I'm trying to show you. And then you move up, and you've got the old dynamite chicken. You can see sort of as you move through there. Comes with 2 heads. Got a little bit more of a realistic sculpt on the other head, but I really like this comic one. I don't think this gets displayed enough, this comic book version. Love this. Really, really big fan. I had the X-Force one, love that too. And then you have the premium format cable from Sideshow Collectibles, one of their best pieces last year. I think this one's Statue of the Year for us. Overall, I think this was an amazing job. Great likeness, great portrait, great scale, some fantastic details. Huge piece, very heavy. Crazy work on the gun. Just an absolute masterpiece really from Sideshow here. Really nice bit of work. Yeah, so hope you like that. And then last but no means least, in this cabinet I have so this is my little Bowen section. Bowen, godfather to us all. I really love his work, and these are 3 of my favourite pieces. Got a little bit of a villain nod here, which is right up my street. So we'll start off right to left. We've got the Apocalypse, sculpted by the Kucharak brothers. Amazing, amazing, amazing piece. Probably Bowen's best for me. And thankfully, when I interviewed Bowen, Randy Bowen, he did tell me it was his favourite piece that he'd made. So we are very much aligned, which was nice for me. I was a bit giddy about that. This is my Sinister bust, Mr. Sinister. Still think we need a quarter scale Sinister from a licensed company, but until that happens, I wait. Then we have the Strife. I think this is Kucharak brothers as well. It might be Randy Bowen, I'm not sure, but this is a really nice piece. And you know, in the comic books, Apocalypse and Strife are very much on the same page and intertwined in Executioner Song, the X-Men run. So love that, really nice. And then I have the Bowen Designs Thanos, the faux bronze one, which I just think is so moody. It's so Jim Starlin. I just love it. The sculpt, this is the most comic accurate one that I have. It's right off the old school pages, and I've got him with sort of Mephisto. A little bit of a nod to the boys are back in town sort of routine, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But I really love them as a collective there. You can sort of see that. It's just like, wow, the three of them with the busts together, I think really do work well. Yeah, I'm in love with this cabinet, gotta say. Okay, moving on. Here we have the Sideshow Collectibles. This is the Skeletor. I had some issues with this where literally I bought it from somebody and there's the OG right there. So I got this and it didn't have a hand. So I had one made by Ian Wilkinson. I've got one that's normal, exactly like that. And then I've got one holding, you know, like a sphere, like a spell or you know, something like that from Skeletor's origin. Yeah, I love this piece. Really, really digging this. I have the Hordak on pre-order. And I love this Skeletor. Really, really nice. Sculpted great. It's got a fair few bits of PVC elements, but if you get in close, you can really see why they used it. You know, you can see the details going on in there. You know, some of the artwork on the armor, sculpt work. I mean, look at that, it's crazy. You're not getting that level of detail on polystone, so very, very smart move to use. I mean, look how ornate some of this is. Crazy. The sword, just amazing work. It's one of my favorite pieces, to be fair. We get on my windowsill, got some cards and some bits, pictures of my wife. She won't be coming on any videos, don't get any ideas for that. You're not ready for her, believe me. Got the awards that me and Alex won the Radd Titan. We had a year where it was voted by all the collectors, and we cleaned up best video, best statue channel, best statue group, but you know, just basically all the awards that matter we won. So I have them on the windowsill, remind me that you know, it's the people that matter. So, you know, as long as they're digging it, we'll keep making videos. Okay, and then we get on to, got my CGC sort of set here, where, you know, they go all the way back to the back there, and I've got where I keep all my extra parts of my statues, a few coins that I have, and then some of my signed stuff, first appearance stuff, Thanos stuff, and then right at the back there's more. As you can see, they go all the way across. So my CGC setup's coming out nice. And then over here we have okay, so where do you start here? This is Alpha 3 Studios Spider-Man. It's their museum series. This is a classic, and he looks fucking crazy, man. Love this piece. Look how well that's made. And details there. Color on him's exceptional. Great work on the eyes. Great work on the webbing and things underneath there. Sculpt's crazy. Very, very nice. A little bit of a gargoyle situation going on there, which is cool. And you can change them over and make it like brick, so you can do whatever you want with it. There's lots of options there. But yeah, really, really nice. And then this, again, is a project I did with Ian Wilkinson, and this is the Red Hulk. I had this thoroughly repainted, had loads of base elements added. Thanks Lee Everington for helping me with that. And then I had a custom head added and made of like a deviant art version of General Ross. So got the old, you know, beard. It's hard to see that with the glare. But you got the moustache, Tom Selleck-esque, with a cigar in his mouth, more greying in the hair, piercing eyes. Really great work there. And I absolutely love what Ian did with that. You know, he's the man. He's done loads of projects, probably about 7 or 8 projects with me so far. And I'm in love with it. It's probably my second favourite piece after the Thanos that I have. So that's them. Great scaling there. I've got the Transformation Hulk on the way from XM to pair in here. And I've got the She-Hulk. I'm working on the XM Studio She-Hulk project I'm doing. I'm converted it into the red She-Hulk. So I'm trying to get those all in there without the Spider-Man. So I'll be working on that over the next few months, trying to get that to happen. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that's me. That's my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. You know, I've got the old CGCs in the back as well there. So I've got the first appearance of the Red Hulk. Love that cover. Sort of a homage to the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know. Oh, I've got some prints and stuff. I better show you those. So there's my gay Tom Hardy love. There, will never die. Love him. Best villain in comic book film for me. That's Bane. Definitely prefer it over the Joker. So may hate that, but I do. There's one of my dogs. There's a Neo painted by my auntie, who's a fantastic artist. And then I have a couple of prints. I say Mondo. They're probably not Mondo, but they're limited edition prints. So I've got the Can't Rain All the Time, The Crow, one of my favourite films from the 90s. And then obviously the Terminator. Yeah, you gotta love that shit. Massive movie buff, so probably more so than comics, believe it or not. But there's just not enough movie statues for me to jump in wholeheartedly. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you reckon, what your favourite piece is. I'd love to hear what you think here is the best piece in my collection. Thanks very much for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. You know, me and Alex show nothing but mad love to you all. So God bless, stay safe. Probably see you in another 6 months. Peace.